Hi, welcome to Math Time with Mrs. Depperschmidt. Now that we've had lots of practice with the place value chart, we're going to move into rounding. Rounding is used to make an estimate of a number or to see if an answer you've calculated is reasonable or close. Today I'll show you two examples for rounding using a number line. We'll start out with this problem. Round 367 to the nearest 10. The first thing to do is locate the tens digit in 367, which you'll see is the 60. It's a 6, which stands for 60 in 367. When we round to the nearest 10, the correct answer will either be 360 or the next higher 10, which would be 370. When we use our number line for this kind of rounding, we put those two choices on the ends of the number line, with 360 over here and 370 on the other end. I'll do that right now. Okay. The next part of the procedure is to figure out what number would be exactly in the middle between your two choices. For this example, 365 is the number that's exactly in the middle between 360 and 370. Now that we have our two endpoints and our middle marked on the number line, we can take another look at our target number and decide where on the number line it would be placed, whether it's closer to 360 on this end or moving along if it's somewhere in the higher end towards 370. And you'll know, based on where your middle point is, that 367 would be slightly to this side of 365 of your middle. But it's towards the higher end, towards 370. So the correct rounded off number for this example is 370. And I've shown the correct answer right there. I'd like to show you also this explanation so that you know if your number ever lands exactly in the middle, you always will round up. This is another illustration of 370 rounded to the nearest 10. Let's move on to a higher number now. We'll be rounding the number 5,628 to the nearest hundred. So take a look at 5,628 and determine which digit is in the hundreds place, since we're rounding to the nearest hundred. Again, it's the 6, which represents 600. So that tells us our correct answer is going to end with 100, since we're rounding to the nearest hundred. Our correct answer will either be 5,600 or 5,700. I'm guessing that you've already figured out what the exact middle is between those two numbers. It's 5,650. Now we've got our two ends and our middle. It's time to put 5,628 into the right place on the number line. Is it closer to 5,600 or is it closer to 5,700? And I'm sure you figured out that 5,628 is closer to 5,600 than it is to 5,700. I'll show you this illustration as well. It's true, once again, as it always is with rounding for our purposes in school, if your number lands exactly in the middle, always round up. I hope you're having a great day. We'll work on more things with rounding when I see you again at school. Please be kind. I'll see you soon.